If you are hearing these words right now, this moment is not random, not delayed, not missed. It is a divine interruption, a holy pause, where heaven is speaking directly into your life and meeting you right where you are. You have been tired for a long time, not just physically but deep in your spirit, worn down from pushing forward while nothing seems to move, repeating the same days, the same worries, the same pressure, wondering how long you can keep going like this. You have carried weight that few people see: financial strain, mental exhaustion, quiet fear about the future, and that haunting feeling that no matter how hard you try, life is standing still while you are running out of strength. Hear this clearly: you are not weak for feeling this way. You are not forgotten, and your struggle has been seen. God has watched every late night, every silent tear, every moment you questioned your worth, and He is speaking now to restore what has been drained. This is the shift you have been sensing in your spirit, the confirmation that you are not stuck, you are being prepared. Hope is rising again, because the truth is settling in. This season of grinding without reward is ending, and a divine transition has already begun. If you almost skip this because you feel too tired to hope again, this moment is especially for you. Before this message ends, something you've been sensing quietly will finally make sense. As it is written, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Isaiah 43:19. And again, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. These are not distant promises. They are active and unfolding now. What God is bringing next will not require the same strain. It will arrive with clarity, provision, and relief, and you will recognize it immediately. Stay with this message, because what comes next will activate and confirm exactly what your spirit has already been feeling. Right now, wherever you are, engage with this moment as an act of faith. Like the video to seal this shift. Subscribe to stay aligned with what God is releasing next. And comment 999 as a prophetic declaration that a new season is opening and you are stepping into it now. Chosen one, you did not arrive here by accident, and the exhaustion you carry is not invisible, because for far too long you have been pushing forward with everything you have, striving and straining under weights that were never meant to rest on your shoulders, giving effort after effort while the results stayed distant and the road ahead felt unchanged. You have known the heaviness of financial pressure that tightens your chest at night, the uncertainty of tomorrow that whispers fear into quiet moments, and the draining sense of being trapped in a repeating cycle where nothing seems to break open no matter how faithful or determined you are. You have checked your account more times than you admit. You have done the math in your head late at night, hoping numbers would somehow change. That quiet stress has followed you into prayer. This weariness did not come from laziness or lack of faith. It came from carrying responsibility that was never yours alone to bear, and heaven has seen every step of that unseen labor. Take this in. You are not behind, you are not failing, and you are not forgotten. You are standing at the edge of a shift that has been forming quietly while you thought nothing was happening. Hope is being restored now, not as a fragile wish, but as a grounded certainty, because your pain has been named and your perseverance has been acknowledged. Pause here for a moment. This is the turning point. Your season of struggle is over. The tide is turning. What once required constant effort is beginning to move with grace, and what felt locked is loosening without force. It is no longer your duty to struggle. It is God's responsibility to provide for you. That truth brings peace, not passivity, relief without guilt, and rest without fear, because provision has always flowed best when it was placed back into divine hands. Scripture records moments like manna appearing each morning in the wilderness, and ravens delivering food to Elijah in isolation, not as lessons to analyze, but as reminders that provision arrives even when circumstances argue otherwise. Let your spirit settle here. This tiredness isn't asking you to quit. It's telling you something old can no longer follow you. You are not sustained by anxiety, effort, or control. You are sustained by care that does not run out. What is forming ahead will not look like the battles behind you. It will feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned than what you have known before, and you will recognize it when it arrives. Confidence is returning, not confidence in your strength, but confidence in the faithfulness surrounding you, carrying you, and going ahead of you. The worry about how things will work out is loosening its grip, and anticipation is replacing dread, because something new is drawing near. Stay present, because what comes next will unlock and confirm what your spirit has already sensed, and you will not want to miss the moment where everything finally clicks into place. Chosen one, if this is speaking to you, support this message, like the video, subscribe, and write "I receive" in the comments. Now breathe and stay with me, because the next part is for the season you're in right now. Chosen one, you have been carrying more than anyone ever told you was fair, exhausted from pressing forward while progress stayed quiet, because for far too long you have been striving past your limits, struggling through resistance, and holding burdens that were never meant to belong to you. The weight of financial pressure, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being trapped in the same unchanging cycle of lack has worn down your spirit and made you question your value, as if effort without visible reward somehow erased who you are. You are not unseen, and you are not misunderstood here. God is naming the weariness you could not explain and acknowledging the faith it took just to keep going. Let that land. You were never meant to prove yourself through survival, and this heaviness is not a sign of failure. It is the signal that a season is ending. Let this land before we go further. This is the turning point. Your season of struggle is over. The chains of scarcity are breaking. The tide is turning. What once drained you will no longer define you, and what tried to delay you is losing its grip. Striving is no longer required where trust has taken its place. It is God's responsibility to provide for you. Peace follows that truth, and hope begins to rise because provision does not depend on applause, approval, or understanding from others. Not everyone will celebrate what God is doing in your life, and that does not disqualify the blessing. Joseph was mocked by his own brothers and cast aside, yet the same hands that tried to bury him could not cancel what God had marked. And in time, those who doubted stood before the favor they could not deny. Your story carries that same certainty. As it is written, the blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it. Proverbs 10:22. And again, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. These words are not arguments, they are confirmations. Opposition does not stop provision. Silence does not delay promise, and human opinion does not vote on divine assignment. God is establishing you quietly and steadily, elevating you beyond the noise, and the abundance unfolding around you will speak for itself. You are not chasing blessings in this season. They are finding you, overtaking you, aligning with you as you walk forward without fear. What comes next will require less effort and more trust, less explaining and more clarity. And before this message is complete, what you have already been sensing in your spirit will be activated and confirmed in a way that makes it clear why you were meant to hear this now. Chosen one, you did not arrive at this moment by accident. You arrived here tired, worn thin, and quietly questioning how long you can keep carrying what was never meant to be yours. Because for far too long you have been striving past your limits, struggling without visible reward, carrying burdens that should never have rested on your shoulders. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack has pressed on you day after day, draining your strength and whispering doubts about your value, as if effort without results somehow defines who you are. But your exhaustion has been seen, your perseverance has been counted, and your pain is being called by name right now. Take this in. Nothing about your weariness disqualifies you. It confirms that you have been enduring longer than most would have survived. Take a breath and listen carefully. This is the turning point. The season that demanded survival is closing. What felt repetitive is ending. What felt blocked is loosening. And what felt heavy is lifting off your spirit. It is God's responsibility to provide for you. When that truth settles, striving gives way to peace, and hope begins to rise again. You were never meant to survive by force alone, and your provision has never depended on constant effort. As it is written, "I have been young, and now am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, or their children begging bread." Psalm 37-25. And again, "Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength." Isaiah 40-31. These words do not demand understanding, they bring reassurance. Think of Ruth, who walked forward with nothing but faith after loss and uncertainty, unaware that provision was already prepared in the fields she was about to enter, and in due time she found herself sustained, protected, and lifted into a future she could not have planned. That same quiet faithfulness is working for you now. Abundance is not only arriving in obvious breakthroughs, it is being woven into your days through timing, protection, and unexpected alignment. You are not chasing blessings anymore. They are aligning with you as you walk forward without fear. Doubt may try to speak, but it no longer has authority here, because your worth was never measured by outcomes and your future was never fragile. What is ahead will feel different, lighter, clearer, and before this message is complete, what your spirit has already been sensing will be unlocked and confirmed in a way that makes you realize why you could not afford to leave this moment early. Chosen one, you have been running on empty longer than anyone realizes, pushing forward while results stayed distant, because for far too long you have been striving beyond grace, struggling without relief, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours. The fear of tomorrow asking more than you have left, pressing on you daily. That exhaustion is not imagined, it has a name, and it is being acknowledged right now. You were never weak for feeling this tired. You were faithful under pressure, and God has seen every unseen sacrifice. Let your spirit settle here. Hope is rising again, not because everything has already changed, but because truth is returning to its rightful place and anticipation is waking up inside you. Now listen carefully. Your season of struggle is over. The chains of scarcity are breaking. The tide is turning. What once required force will now respond to alignment, and what felt delayed is beginning to move. Striving is no longer required where trust has taken its place. It is God's responsibility to provide for you. That truth brings peace, not passivity, and it restores confidence where fear once lived. Divine wealth is not something you chase. It follows you as you walk in alignment, and provision begins to flow without the strain you have grown used to. As it is written, "The Lord will command the blessing upon you in your storehouses and in all that you undertake." Deuteronomy 28:8. And again, wealth and riches are in their house, and their righteousness endures forever. Psalm 112:3. These words are not instructions, they are confirmations. Think of Esther, who stepped into uncertainty without knowing the outcome, unaware that favor had already gone ahead of her. And in time, she found herself positioned to receive what could never have been earned through effort alone. That same unseen preparation has been happening for you. Not everyone will understand this shift, and not everyone will celebrate it. But human opinion does not govern divine provision. What God has set in motion cannot be reduced, delayed, or reversed. Abundance is not only financial, it is peace replacing anxiety, clarity replacing confusion, and security replacing fear. You are moving into a season where you stop chasing stability and begin living from it, where blessings arrive without explanation and provision shows up right on time. Stay present, because what is coming next in this message will activate and confirm what your spirit already knows, and missing it would mean overlooking the very signal you have been waiting for. Chosen one, you are tired in a way that sleep does not fix, weary from pressing forward while progress stayed hidden, because for far too long you have been striving beyond what was required, struggling without relief, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack has followed you day after day, quietly whispering that nothing is changing and slowly pulling at your sense of worth. That exhaustion is real, and it is being named here without judgment or blame. You did not imagine this heaviness, and you did not fail because you feel worn down. Stay with me for a moment. God has seen every unseen effort, every quiet prayer, every time you kept going when it would have been easier to stop. And this moment is not random. Hope is beginning to rise because something deeper is shifting. And anticipation is stirring because what has been forming behind the scenes is getting ready to surface. This is the turning point. The season that demanded survival is closing. The tide is turning. What felt stalled is moving. What felt closed is loosening. And what drained you is losing its power. It is no longer your duty to struggle. It is God's responsibility to provide for you. When that truth settles, peace replaces panic and confidence begins to return. The path ahead has not been unclear because you missed something. It has been hidden because timing matters. As it is written, "Though the vision tarries, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Habakkuk 2-3. Think of Hannah, who carried deep sorrow and unanswered longing year after year, misunderstood and overlooked. Yet she kept showing up with honesty before God. And at the appointed time, what had been barren brought forth life in a way she could never force. Her waiting was not wasted, and neither has yours been. Let this land. What looks like delay has been preparation, what feels like silence has been alignment, and what you thought was rejection has been redirection. Divine doors are already set in place, timed opportunities that will open without strain, and provision that will arrive with clarity instead of chaos. As it is written, He brought us out into a spacious place. Psalm 66-12. You are stepping into room to breathe, room to build, room to receive. This abundance is not earned by exhaustion, it flows through trust, and it will touch more than finances, restoring peace to your mind, stability to your days, and assurance to your future. Stay present, because what comes next in this message will activate and confirm what your spirit has already sensed, and it will make clear why this moment had to find you exactly now. Chosen one, before anything else settles into your heart, let the pressure fall away, because you do not need to fix yourself, prove your worth, or carry one more thing to be deserving of what God is doing. You are allowed to pause right here. This season is not asking you to push harder or become someone else. It is inviting you into alignment, into rest, into trust, into release, and into receiving. You are invited to allow yourself small, gentle actions that create space rather than strain. You might allow yourself to stop making decisions for the next 24 hours, not because you are avoiding responsibility, but because clarity often arrives when urgency is set down. You don't need to rush to resolve everything. You can let unanswered questions breathe for a moment. You might notice what in your day steals your peace. A conversation, a habit, a thought loop, and gently step back from it without explanation or guilt, trusting that distance can be an act of wisdom. You are invited to give yourself a few quiet minutes, even if it feels unfamiliar, to slow your breath, inhale deeply, exhale longer than you think you need, and simply listen, not for instructions, but for reassurance. You don't need to hear words. Sometimes the calm itself is the message. You may choose rest where you once chose endurance, not as surrender to weakness, but as cooperation with what God is already doing beneath the surface. Rest in this season is not quitting, it is preparation. It is the soil settling before new growth breaks through. When you feel the urge to push, you can allow yourself to ask inwardly what would bring peace rather than progress, and trust that peace is not a delay but a signal of alignment. You are not being irresponsible by slowing down. You are creating room for divine order to replace human effort. Each small pause, each gentle boundary, each moment of stillness is a way of releasing control without fear, a way of saying you trust God to hold what you no longer need to grip. Nothing important will be lost when you rest. Nothing meant for you will pass you by. You are safe to soften, safe to wait, safe to receive without striving. You do not need to understand every step. You do not need to manage the outcome, because what is meant for you will arrive at the appointed time, carried by God's faithfulness, without force and without delay. Chosen one, as these words settle, let your body and spirit notice the quiet that has begun to form, because nothing you felt during this message was accidental or misplaced. The tiredness, the ache of waiting, the moments of doubt, and the flickers of hope all belong here, and they have meaning. You are not late, you are not off course, and you have not been forgotten in the process you are walking through. What you have experienced in this space is not pressure to become more, but permission to be held right where you are. The path you are on fits this season of your life, even if it has not always felt clear or comfortable. You do not need to rush forward to make something happen, and you do not need to look back with regret. There is a gentle steadiness surrounding you now, a reminder that you are allowed to rest without fear and trust without having all the answers. You are being carried more than you realize, and nothing essential is being missed. Let this be enough for this moment, a quiet confirmation that you are seen, accompanied, and safe. Stay here as the stillness deepens, and allow your heart to remain open as we move gently into the time of prayer that follows. Someone you love may be carrying this silently. You don't have to explain, just let this reach them. Chosen one, take a gentle breath and allow this moment to hold you as you are. Loving God, we come into your presence carrying what words have struggled to contain, the tiredness that lives beneath the surface, the quiet exhaustion from trying for so long without seeing the fruit, the anxiety that tightens the chest when the future feels uncertain, the weight that has been carried far beyond what was ever meant to be held alone. We place it here without urgency, without performance, without needing to explain ourselves, trusting that you already know. You see the nights filled with worry, the days marked by effort, the moments when hope felt fragile, and still you remain close. We release the pressure to understand everything right now, the need to control outcomes, the fear of missing something important, and we rest these concerns in your care. Your word reminds us, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. And in this promise we exhale, God, we acknowledge that you are working even when we cannot see it, arranging, providing, sustaining in ways beyond our awareness. Where there has been striving, we welcome your peace. Where there has been fear, we receive your steady presence. Where there has been lack, we trust your provision unfolding in its time. We remember how you spoke to Elijah not in the wind or the fire, but in a gentle whisper, and we trust that your care often comes softly, meeting us in stillness rather than force. You say, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God." Isaiah 41:10, and we let that assurance settle into our bodies and our thoughts. We surrender the illusion that everything depends on us, choosing instead to lean into your guidance, your timing, your faithfulness. Surround this listener now with a sense of safety and belonging. Remind them that they are not late, not forgotten, not alone. Let peace move through their mind, their breath, their heart, and let rest be received as a gift, not earned. We trust that what is meant for them will arrive without striving, that provision will meet them at the right moment, and that your presence goes ahead of them into every unknown space. We place tomorrow in your hands, knowing you are already there, and we allow ourselves to rest here, held and cared for. Thank you for sharing this sacred moment, for allowing space for stillness and trust to grow. May you carry this sense of calm and assurance with you as you move gently forward, and may peace remain with you even after these words fade. Nothing you felt while listening to this was accidental. Chosen one, if you feel safe to do so, you are invited to share in the comments whatever is resting on your heart right now. A quiet hope you have not spoken, a worry that has followed you for a long time, a question without an answer, or a burden you are tired of carrying alone. There is no right way to write it, and no expectation placed on you, only an open space where honesty is welcomed. As you put those words down, know that this is more than a comment. It is an act of release, a gentle placing of what matters to you into God's hands. He sees what is written and what remains unsaid. He listens without judgment, and he meets you in his perfect timing. You do not need to explain everything or have it all figured out. You are not alone here, and this moment is being held with care in the presence and grace of God.